For years, Bittensor was a centralized hub of authority, directing capital. In early 2025, that structure shattered, replaced by a sprawling web of independent markets. Before February 2025, a small committee of root validators controlled the economy. Using Delegated Stake, they held the political power to determine exactly which subnets received TAO emissions. Allocation relied on relationships. If a subnet had the favor of the right validators, it thrived. If it didn't, it starved. The dynamic TAO upgrade, or dTAO, stripped that political authority away entirely. The network replaced committee votes with strict automated market signals. Bittensor now operates as a localized ecosystem of automated market makers. Global capital is routed to individual subnets based strictly on net flow, a process smoothed by exponential moving averages to ensure precision. Understanding this system requires examining the internal AMM's ruptures, the flow-based filters that select winners, the friction of asymmetric halvings, and technical requirements for node operators. Under dTAO, the survival of an AI subnet rests on cold, mathematical capital retention. The baseline of the dTAO engine requires every subnet to manage its own independent, localized economy. This economy is governed by an individual alpha token. These alpha tokens are real, tradable on-chain assets. They exist exclusively inside constant product AMM pools, paired directly with TAO. Staking functions as an AMM swap. Your TAO enters the subnet's reserve pool, and the constant product formula mints alpha tokens for your wallet based entirely on the pool's current depth. This model introduces immediate friction for smaller subnets, AMM slippage. Look at a pool with 100 alpha and 10 TAO in reserves. If you attempt to stake 5 TAO into that pool, you do not receive 50 alpha. Because of the formula, you receive 33.33 alpha. Entering a shallow subnet carries a 33% slippage penalty right out of the gate. There is an advanced concentrated liquidity layer designed to mitigate this cost. Liquidity providers can specify exact price ranges to improve capital efficiency, but it requires active, sophisticated management to avoid impermanent loss. Alpha tokens are not passive holding vehicles. They are highly illiquid, AMM-denominated bets on a specific subnet's economic depth. Across the entire network, Bittensor currently emits 3,600 TAO per day, distributed across 12-second blocks. Getting a share of that global injection requires passing a strict algorithmic filter. Originally, dTAO allocated emissions based on alpha token prices. That model lasted 9 months. Malicious actors realized they could use Treasury TAO to artificially inflate their alpha prices, siphoning global emissions during a slow, controlled sell-off. In November 2025, the network abandoned the price-based model. The current Stage 1 injection model allocates those 3,600 daily TAO strictly on net flow. The network measures the volume of capital staked minus the volume unstaked. Raw flow data is volatile, so the network algorithmically smooths it. It applies an 87-day exponential moving average, utilizing a 30-day half-life to track sustained capital movement rather than sudden spikes. An offset mechanism is then applied to the output. This offset is specifically designed to punish capital flight. By applying this offset, the algorithm creates a hard floor. Subnets demonstrating sustained negative flows are mathematically zeroed out. They receive absolutely no global TAO allocation. By tracking the sustained movement of capital rather than the nominal value of a token, the flow-based system explicitly neutralizes price manipulation. It rewards only verifiable long-term inflows. For subnets that survive the EMA filter, Stage 2 distribution occurs on a 72-minute tempo. The global TAO earned by the subnet is split automatically. 18% goes directly to the subnet owner, 41% goes to the validators and stakers securing the network. The remaining 41% is distributed to the miners, allocated via UMA consensus rankings. This hardware is the physical infrastructure actually performing the decentralized AI compute. But the dTAO engine is deliberately punitive. Hitting that zero-emission floor established in Stage 1 triggers a catastrophic sequence of events. The system calls this the zero-emission death spiral. Sustained net outflows trigger the offset, halting global TAO injections. Without fresh TAO, the AMM pool stagnates. Exiting a stagnant pool sharply increases slippage costs, which triggers panic among stakers, leading to further mass outflows, reinforcing the zero-emission floor. The ultimate consequence of this spiral is subnet deregistration. The network calls the deadweight. Currently, 10 active subnets sit on the deregistration warning list. When a subnet is deregistered, the liquidity pool's dTAO to alpha ratio collapses as reserves are depleted and exit liquidity vanishes. With no new TAO entering to balance the pool, the redemption rate for alpha tokens effectively zeroes out. For stakers, this terminal conversion results in a loss of up to 96.875% of their value. The math is unforgiving. Bittensor's market algorithm actively subsidizes utility and ruthlessly purges failure. Operating dual token economies introduces one final layer of mathematical friction: asymmetric halvings. Global TAO emissions have on a unified, network-wide timeline. However, alpha token emissions follow a completely independent schedule. They start at 1 per block from the specific date the subnet is created. Historically, this timeline friction severely distorted the AMM TAO to alpha price ratio. Older subnets, further along their halving curves, were forced to compete under entirely different mathematical realities than newly launched subnets. In December 2025, developers implemented a patch. Alpha pool injections were forced to have in lockstep with global TAO. This preserved the internal AMM price ratio by synchronizing the reserve pools. But a residual flaw remains. Alpha rewards paid directly to participants, the miners, validators, and owners, remain entirely decoupled. They still follow the per-subnet creation dates. As a result, early subnets benefited immensely from high global TAO emissions during their launch phase. Late subnets launch with full output, but they must fight for an already halved, smaller global TAO pie. Even with the dTAO upgrades, structural asymmetry persists. Early entrants and latecomers operate under persistently misaligned incentive structures. For TAO holders, passive participation is no longer a viable strategy. Non-participation guarantees dilution against the 3,600 new TAO emitted daily. The lowest risk path to counter this is staking into Subnet 0, also known as root. It offers proportional emission exposure tied to the whole network, completely avoiding individual subnet AMM risk. Staking into independent subnets offers higher leverage, but requires precise tracking of net inflows and rigorous due diligence to avoid catching a falling knife and entering the deregistration death spiral. The highest leverage path is running an independent subnet to capture the fixed 18% owner emission share, but subnet creation requires clearing a massive financial barrier. The dynamic registration burn cost ratchets up with network demand, currently requiring a non-refundable multi-thousand TAO commitment. Navigating these choices highlights the remaining critical vulnerability of the entire ecosystem: opacity. Without accessible, verifiable utility metrics, differentiating between a subnet executing legitimate, high-value AI compute and one driven by pure speculation remains a severe danger for stakers. dTAO replaces political allocation with market forces, but it demands deep analytical literacy to navigate safely. This analysis is from Own Your Mind, an independent research platform covering decentralized AI. No sponsors.